Today I'm gonna go see Justin Cote at Superbrand. It's important that I try this new experimental format with Justin because he's a really good surfer like you see in this footage of him surfing at home. But you could also think to yourself, yeah, I could surf this good if I tried. You see, Justin absolutely rips, but he's still close to the earth. It's not like watching Dion Aegis or Clay Marzo surf waves in ways that you can't even relate to. Anyway, last month, he took an 8-day break from doing US marketing for Superbrand to go score Cloudbreak so good that he should be forced to give up set waves at home for the rest of his life. Today we're going to talk about the waves that he caught and the boards and the fins that he was riding on that trip. I need to pack this. You're in the boat, you're approaching the lineup, and you see this.
Yes.
And you're motoring closer to the lineup. It looks big. You know that there's guys like Reef McIntosh out there who make a living surfing big waves. What goes through your head? What are you feeling as you're motoring closer to the waves when they look like that?
From about a mile or two away, we just saw these explosions. Just we're like, oh shit. We got closer and closer. I'm just like, geez, it is giant out there. The explosions were so intimidating. I mean, you can't see anything and then just boom. It's like you're going into a war. Because you're on a little ponga really close to the water line and just boom, boom. We pulled up and I was with my buddy. I'm like, hey, guys, should we go look at restaurants? As I say, look at restaurants, he's hopped off the side and he's paddling like a mad dog out there. And I was like, well, I guess that I'm not looking at restaurants. Before
we get to the waves that you caught, can you walk me through the boards that you brought? Like left to right, what are those boards?
Yeah, so left to right, we got a 610 Pig Dog by Superbrand, 6'6 Pig Dog, 5'10 Pig Dog, and a 5'10 Mad Cat in my lovely backyard.
That's a lot of pig dogs.
Yeah, it's a lot of pig dogs. You know, Cloudbreak is in it has a lot of different moods, but the one constant mood is there's a barrel. Pig dogs set up as a quad. You know, I can paddle fast. They haul ass once you get on the wave.
Do you remember this wave?
Yes. This was definitely one of the best waves of my life, and I clearly remember it. There were probably 20, 25 guys out this day. It was a really nice crowd. They were really good surfers, excellent surfers, but everyone had really good etiquette and there was no drop-ins, no paddling around, no burn jobs. Really classy crowd. Some of the best advice I got before you paddled out was, you know, hey, like this is a really fast wave, always stay high and look for the ones that are kind of like closeouts. This one looked like it just had a big long wall. You know, at a beach break you'd be like, oh, there's no way it's a closeout. But you know, I kept that advice in mind and stayed high. Initially it wasn't like crazy barrel or anything, it was just kind of like this wave, nothing too crazy about it. And then as it hit this inside reef, it just like grew and just like 3 different barrel sections I was in and just spit, suck back in, spit. And then
what board are you on in this photo?
This is on the 610 Pig Dog. I initially paddled out on a 6'6", felt a little too wide, got rid of that board after 2 waves, switched out boards on the boat.
How did this one feel in this wave?
This one felt amazing. It just slot card right in there.
And can you maybe describe a little, like when that 6'6" was too wide, what kind of feelings does that translate to on that wave?
It felt like it wasn't like knifing through the wave properly. It was like it should have been on a mushier, slopier wave, like say a Sunset or Swamis or something like that, which I've ridden in at both and it works great.
On this board, what set of fins are you using on this wave?
On this day, I was riding the Danny Fuller quad set from Futures. You know, you don't go to Cloudbreak to do, chop hops and turns and off the lips and stuff. You go there to get barreled and haul ass, and that's exactly what these quads did.
Would you normally surf that quad set around San Diego, or do you have a different quad set that you surf around San Diego?
I'd probably save the Fuller quads for, a little bit heavier waves than we find around here. For around San Diego County, I think I'd probably go with the Super quad set, just because, it allows for a little bit more release, a little looser, not as tight, more of a neutral feeling.
Here is a little bit smaller, tighter of a barrel. Are you on that same Pig Dog in this photo, or did you switch boards on this day?
No, I swapped boards on this day. This day was probably half the size of this bigger day. This is a 5'10".
So 5'10" Pig Dog, can you imagine, like, if you were on that 6'10" in this smaller, tighter barrel, like what would that 6'10" have felt like, and why was this one a better call?
The 6'10" you'd probably be outrunning a lot of the barrels, whereas on a smaller board, you can take off really late, kind of under the lip, and just like drop right into it. And there's, you know, there's not as much room in there. Another foot of board could have like caught in the lip, could have got caught up in the foam ball.
This is a fairly meaty looking shoulder on this wave. You're doing a turn. Is that on a pig dog as well, or did you switch up boards for this one?
No, that was a pig dog as well. I mean, this biggest board I had was a pig dog, and this was the biggest day, so by default I was riding that.
Was this your first wave on that big day?
Yeah, like when it's big and you're a little nervous, I've always felt like just get one wave, get your feet under you. If it's a small one, a closeout, whatever, just get something going. Instead of like sitting there, kind of the longer you sit, the more your odds of getting a good wave just plummet.
You get more trapped in your head, like
yeah,
just keep thinking too much.
You know, it's good to get a wave, get caught inside, eat it, you know, like just, okay, like I can do this. The funny part was I was paddling out to this, I saw Reef, McIntosh, and Balaram, and Ryan Birch in a boat. I'm like, hey guys, good morning. And they're like, hey, and then I'm like, damn, it's pretty big out there, I'm a little nervous. And Reef's like, you got this. I mean, maybe he overestimated my ability or cojones, but he was right, you know, it's like, dude, you got this, like, just go do it.
Of all the boards you brought on the trip, did you have a favorite board and a least favorite board?
Favorite board would have been that 610 pig dog and the 510 pig dog. They just seemed to just fit perfectly in those waves.
So the 610 and the 510 felt really good, but the 6.6 didn't because it was a little thick and a little wide.
Yeah.
It matters, width and thickness.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 1/4 inch. That 6.6 was a 1/4 inch wider. I think I just got a little excited and trying to get a big, fat, wide board. It works great here, you know, in San Diego, and like I said, bigger, mushier waves.
So you're back here now, you're in California. What boards are you surfing most often around home that you like?
I hate to admit it, but I ride a Wave Storm a lot.
Cool.
I mean, what marketing guy says that? You know, it's like I bring it down the beach, I let my nephews ride it, smashing in the rocks, and then I ride Spam, which is our new Dion Aegis model. That's a lot of fun, and these like punchy little summer waves, you know, the smaller stuff. And I'll stick to the Mad Cat, you know, when we get a proper swell.
Any advice for people traveling to Fiji?
Bring a board bag to store your boards on the boat, otherwise they'll get Chinese wax job, they'll get beat up. My number one piece of advice would be to hit up the guys at Fiji Surf Co. Took incredible care of us, put us on the best waves of our lives, and at a great price too, so.
Justin, you're off the record.
Thank you.
Now here's where you come in, because I really want to know what you think of this style of video. I want to know what you would think of seeing pro surfers in this style of video, or more industry folks, or normal guys and girls. Tell me what you think of this video in the YouTube comments down below, and at the end of the week, I will pick one of you to win 3 new sets of fins from Futures. Here's what this means. Our winner will be able to choose a set of fins from each category on the ride number scale. That means that you'll be able to choose a set of fins from the speed control category, for example, the Fuller quads that Justin surfed around Cloudbreak, and you'll be able to pick a set of fins from the speed generating category, like the F8 Black Sticks, for example, one of my favorites. Lastly, you'll be able to pick a set of fins from the balanced category at the center of the ride number scale, for example, the Super Brand quads, or maybe the new Alpha fins. The choice will be yours, and if you win, you'll have a brand new fin quiver from Futures. We'll see you soon on Shred Show. I'm excited to hear what you think of this style of video.